Alrighty guys, welcome back to yet another video. If you guys missed the last one, definitely go check it out. I am spending a couple days camping on a remote island here on Lake Huron by myself, kayak camping and just exploring, doing some fishing, having a good old time. And I just picked up and moved spots and I'm heading out to a little tiny island. As you guys can see, I already moved the rest of my gear and I'm just need my pack over there. Moving my gear on over there. And gonna be spending the night out there. It's about 1 o'clock right now. I'm gonna have the rest of the day to just enjoy this spot, and I'm pretty dang pumped for it. Just made it ashore here, got the kayak parked on this little island here, and I just finished up getting my tent set up and my camp pretty much all reset up again. Give you guys a little tour here. I'll flip this camera around and show you guys around. We got the kayak right here. And okay, so technically over there, as you can see, there is a tiny little stretch of rocks that connect back over to the main big island that I was camped out yesterday. So they do connect, so I guess technically it's a tiny peninsula jutting out on a bigger island. Real low right now in Lake Huron, so it is currently not an island, but it's, I mean, just a little patch of rocks over there. So whatever you want to call it, peninsula, tiny island, it's basically an island, so I'm just going to call it that, I guess. But turn around here and go up to where my camp is at. As you can see, really neat little path that actually goes through, and you can see somebody made like little stone edges around the path to go up in, and already it's so much better. Forest on the main island is like completely impassable. This is all cleared out, so much better. Actual shade, I didn't have any shade at my last spot. This is just so much better. And here is my tent. This is where I'm set up. It was a lot of work to move everything over. I had to make a couple trips back and forth, but it was really easy to set up. It was much easier than taking everything back down again. And then got my backpack, all my gear. If you want it like a gear breakdown, I do a quick run through of it in the last video. And then I got in here, as you can see, the cot, my sleeping bag, and this just the elevation's much better in this spot. There's not a ton of rocks. I have shade, which is honestly the nicest thing that I was missing at the other spot. I'm tucked in the trees. It's way cooler in here. And then over here, as you can see, it looks like this is a pretty popular camping spot. This is, I said in the last video, I think it's part of the Hiawatha National Forest here in the UP, and it's totally free camping, free dispersed camping. And so as you can see, this is a pretty popular spot. And they got like a nice little table right there, a big old fire pit, some benches, some stools, a camp griddle, a nice fire pit, and a few other like kind of little decoration things people have made, I guess. And some more big rocks looks like people have placed, and then another trail that leads out to the other side of Lake Huron. Look at this. It's so much better than my other spot. Look at that, at the view. So I was camped out way over on the other side over there. You can kind of hike around and a whole bunch of big rocks and go back into the interior of the island. And where I'm placed with my tent, I mean, you can literally see water all the way around you. This is amazing. You can see there's another path. You could put a good amount of tents in here, it seems like. And I really wish I brought my hammock now. You can see out here another path leading out into another beach area. And there's the other side of the island. And those actually, that chunk of land, that one way over there, those are other islands that are privately owned. And then it goes around this way, right around here, and then right around there is where my kayak is parked. Utter shock at how nice this spot is. I could easily spend a week here. I wish I had more time here. I'm pretty beat up and pretty rough looking without a shower. My hair's real greasy, so I think it's time for me to jump in, wash off, do some swimming now that I actually have a decent spot to swim in on this island, and the water will probably still be freezing, but let's do it. Do this. 1, 2, 3. Holy crud. That is just a little colder than refreshing. finished up swimming, and that was honestly not feeling that nice. It was absolutely freezing, super, super cold. But I just made some lunch. It's about 3 o'clock right now. I think I'm gonna eat up this quick lunch. Got some peanut butter roll-ups, jerky, trail mix. One last attempt at trying to catch a fish. Get the kayak back in the water. Let's get paddling. Let's get it down there. Let's see if I can't finally catch a fish. 10, 15 feet deep. I'm really trying to stay on this big drop off. There's a crazy drop off right here. And I found a weed edge. I finally found some weeds, and if there's fish in these bays, this is where we're gonna be, especially the pike. No luck fishing yet. I'm checking out one of the other big campsites. This is one of like the actually designated campsites here. And look at all these picnic tables, this massive fire pit, all this just cleared out. Beautiful, beautiful woods. But apparently there's a system of trails that takes you, looks like, yep, here's the marker. So you can actually hike around like half the island or so. I think I'm just gonna explore the interior a little bit. This is what a lot of it looks like. Over where I was, it was so dense you couldn't really do anything, but this is kind of what the rest of the island looks like. Honestly, super pretty woods and really nice, honestly. Super nice. In shock, guys. These are some of the nicest campsites I've ever seen, and the fact that they're free is just mind-boggling. Just found a big old weed bed right off this camp spot where I just showed you guys. This is what I want to be looking for pike. This looks amazing. Probably paddle a mile and a half down there and casted, trolled, different baits. Absolutely no luck. I found even the weed beds I was looking for. Just, I don't know. I just don't think the fishing's too good here. Zero signs of life, and I haven't seen any other fishermen or anything, so I'm just kind of thinking it's not the greatest fishing area. Sadly, it's gonna pain me to leave this trip without catching a fish. Yeah, I'm gonna get the kayak back on the island, and I'll catch up with you guys when I get there. Alrighty guys, made it back from fishing. It's almost now about a little after 7, and I've just been kind of relaxing for the last little while. Sawyer water filter right here. Got my kettle, gonna get some water from Lake Huron, and then for tonight on the menu, I have got an Alpine Air. I tested one of these guys out on my backpacking trip a couple months ago, and it was pretty delicious. And this is my extra one, the Kung Pao beef, which is bold, spicy, sweet sauce paired with beef, peppers, and rice. So it sounds pretty good. And I got some leftover bread to maybe dip into it too. So yeah, it should be pretty delicious. Nice to have an actual table. This campsite it might be the best place I've ever tent camped. All right, let's get this Kung Pao beef going. Let that sit for 10-12 minutes and I'll catch up with you guys in this then. Looks pretty dang good, I'd say so. It smells really good. All right, let's take it down to the lake and grab my last couple loaves, little chunks of bread, and chow down. Watch the sunset. On the beach, got my bread, my Kung Pao beef. Looks pretty solid. Spicy. Not much sweetness. It really just tastes like a beef stew with rice in it, to be honest. But I'm hungry, and this thing's got like 30 grams of protein, so I'm gonna down it. Just perfect, man. But I'm gonna finish up this dinner, and I'll catch up with you guys later on. And for dessert, we got jerky. Oh yeah. Oh, and a peach pie. It's gonna be my dessert. Tell you what, guys, I always constantly dream and fantasize and talk about wanting to move out west to Montana or Utah or something and go live out in the mountains. 'Cause I do love the mountains, but it's easy to take for granted living in Michigan just how truly special and unique the Great Lakes are. If you guys have never experienced them, I mean, it feels disrespectful to call them lakes. These things are just basically oceans. I mean, look at that. And this ain't even the biggest one. Like, dude. The only pair of footwear I've brought, and I've hiked a lot of these shorelines. I just love hiking these rocky shorelines, or really any beach, I guess, and just looking at stuff and look at all these crazy rocks and stuff to look at. It's crazy. Look at it. These things are wild looking. These are probably the most worn pair of Crocs on planet Earth. I mean, just zero tread left. Both my Crocs got holes in them, so my feet have taken an absolute beating, but all part of the experience. Alrighty, guys, I'm in the tent for the night and it's almost 10 o'clock and I am absolutely exhausted, so I think I'm gonna get to bed pretty fast here. I'll be waking up before sunrise tomorrow to pack up and try to leave here as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, there's a pretty bad windstorm that's gonna be blowing in. It's gonna be like gusts of up to 30 miles per hour. Really need to get out of here in the morning, so yeah, if it's a nice peaceful night, I'll catch you guys in the morning. Good night. Good morning, guys. I slept much better last night. I was so tired. I was out like a light, and slept in probably about till 5:30, and then I was kind of on and off the last hour or so, but it's about almost 7 now. Yeah, let's get up. That's pretty awesome. All right, now the fun part. Always trying to get this tent, or really any tent for that matter, back into this little bag. This little tent I've had probably since, I don't even know, 4th or 5th grade. I've done everything in this little tent. It has lasted a long time. 30 bucks from Walmart. Tough to beat. All right, guys, now the really fun part, trying to get all the gear to fit back the way I had it before. I was trying to remember how to put together a jigsaw puzzle. One last look at the beach and I'm gonna get on out of here. Wow. Here's everything packed in the kayak. This little 10-foot kayak, I really can fit quite a hefty amount of gear in here, really. Worked out pretty good, but yeah. Let's head down back. Get back on down out of here. Down that way. Let's get on out of here. All right. Goodbye, little island. You were good to me. I wish I would have had more time here. Wow, it is another just perfect morning. So I was reading up on some of the history of this island, and apparently in the early 1900s, there was like a Coast Guard station here, right along one of these edges, and they still have one of the old like bases or the dockings for it along here somewhere. And they actually built the base of one of the big major lighthouses in this area on this island and then pulled it out because the lighthouse is out in the middle of the lake. They built the foundation for it and then like sunk it out in the lake. So pretty cool. I always love reading about the history of these kinds of places in the Great Lakes. There's some just really cool stories in a lot of these islands and such. Look at that osprey. So cool. Wow, what a magical morning. This is not nearly as bad as I thought the wind was supposed to be. All right, I need to focus on this wake now. Oh, here we go. There's always the scary part. Oh gosh, these are bigger than I thought. Oh goodness. This is big, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Oh, that's one really big wave. Oh geez. Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. Oh no, oh no. All right, we're gonna be good. Get past this. Oh geez, oh geez, oh geez, oh geez, oh geez. Oh, don't die, don't die. One more. Just gotta get past one more. Okay. Oh geez. Oh, okay. Oh, don't like that, guys. That wake was real bad. Whew. All right. All right. That stressed me out a little bit too much. I was that close from swamping again out in the deep, which would have been terrible, but I made it back safe and sound, luckily. My GoPro's having more issues, so I didn't get any of that either. So I don't know what's going on with that, but made back to the truck. I'm exhausted, I'm whooped. I'm gonna head up and work on getting all my gear onto the truck, and I'll catch you guys then. Epic couple days out exploring some islands and camping out there. Really fun trip. But so I'll catch you guys in the next, and I still gotta make breakfast and everything, so I'll catch you guys in the next clip. Well, I might not be catching you in the next clip because truck is not starting. I'm guessing the battery's dead. Hopefully that's all it is. I don't have jumper cables, but I do have a starter pack, and this will be my first official time testing it. It's been sitting in the back for a year and a half, so I've got my pack charging right now, my Jackery, which luckily I still have. I already tried it a couple times, hasn't worked, but I think it's because it's too low on battery for it to work. That's at least what I'm hoping. I've already tried it a few times, and just nothing at all. I think it's most likely the starter, some issue with that, or some stupid sensor electrical error. I've had those in the past with this truck, but I'm so tired and ruffled, and I haven't eaten anything yet today, and just I didn't feel like dealing with this today. So yeah, now I got to work on trying to find a tow guy and go from there, but I'll keep you guys updated. Guys, it's been a couple hours since I've given you guys a bit of an update, and wow, has a lot of stuff happened in the last couple hours. I got the truck towed, it's at a shop, currently driving through the town of Cedarville picking some things up for dinner, and I will explain everything as I get back to my motel room. I ended up getting a motel room for the night, and I'll kind of explain what's going on once I get back there. It's kind of hilarious, to be honest. Alrighty guys, just made it back to the motel. So I ended up being stranded there until about 3:30, 4 o'clock-ish, and then I was able to get towed and able to luckily find a shop right outside of Cedarville, and I was able to get over there. He believes it's the starter, which is kind of what I was thinking too. We had a part ordered, and he's hoping to get it fixed by tomorrow by like noon. But obviously that led me kind of stranded for the night, and so after I got towed, I was looking everywhere. I called all the motels and the campgrounds. Everything was totally booked. I didn't think I was going to have anywhere to stay, so I started packing my backpack to go camping out in some state land or just find somewhere I could go pitch a tent and camp. But then my dad kept calling. He called a place I already called, and a spot had opened up. Bill, the guy that runs this motel, just the coolest dude ever. Literally, I had no way to actually get to the motel after I got the truck picked up, and so I'd like packed all my stuff, was planning to hike into town. He came out and picked me up for free, brought me back to the motel. So Bill, the guy that got me this room and picked me up and is willing to drop me off tomorrow, also gave me access to his wife's beater Chevy Malibu to just go drive around town, and he even wanted to take me out to the bar, but I'm not quite 21 yet, so I had to pass. But I went to town, went and got some stuff for dinner, and I mean, dude, like where I'm from, in the city, popular area, like this kind of stuff that's been happening today would like no chance, would never be happening. Here's a tour of my room. This is my one bed, a little closet right here. Just a really old-fashioned, cozy cabin type feel in this little motel room. And there's only a couple rooms here. I got my stuff, lamp, TV. There's the view outside. Le Chenu Motel in Cedarville. If you guys are ever coming through here, highly recommend checking him out. Bill, just the nicest guy you'll ever meet. If you're ever in the eastern UP area, seriously, come check these guys out if you need a place to stay. Yeah, panning around. Here's the room. A little desk area. Another good sized bed right here. Some lights. And they got the full nice little bathroom and shower in there. Another closet, and then you got a full little mini kitchenette in here with a microwave, a little stove and everything, and all the dishes and all the cooking stuff you'd need, really, pots, pans. So more than just like a normal hotel or motel. You could be a perfect little hunting or fishing camp. Yeah, really just a super cozy little old-fashioned perfect motel. And yeah, catch you with you guys in a bit. Good morning, guys. Better believe I'm glad I'm not packing up a tent in this and hiking miles back to the repair shop. Amazing night's sleep. Finished my coffee, watching the outdoor channel. I'd say it was worth paying the extra money for this. Just got the truck camper back on the side of a road right outside of the town of Cedarville, and huge shout out to Brett's Auto Repair in Cedarville. It was indeed my starter that went bad in the truck, and so I was glad it was anything too more serious, but it did cost about twice as much as I was expecting. So I'm scared to look at my account after this trip. I had 150 budgeted, and that's what I ended up spending on gas and food, and then had to spend about 500 more on motel and car repairs after I just spent a bunch on car repairs like a week ago. So such is life. I'm sure you guys all understand. This trip has just been a roller coaster of emotions. It's definitely an experience and a trip that I will, for better or for worse, remember for a long time. So that's all I have to say. I guess I'll catch up with you guys in the next clip and get back on the road here. City of St. Ignace. Might walk around and explore a little bit. I haven't been here in a little while.